What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video, and today we're going to be looking at some more shiny speculations, this time for the Alola Forms revealed so far. Now Alola Forms are actually a very interesting one to do shiny speculations for, because they could go one of several ways. They could be very similar to the original shiny, they could be, Pokemon Game Freak might say, aha, let's make a little Easter egg and make the shinies of the Alola Forms very similar to the original forms, at least in colour. Or they could just go completely different and we have no sort of clue at all. So what I'm doing for most of these Pokemon is sort of one, comparing it to the normal shiny, one looking at the original type, original colouring rather, and then one sort of just out there. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to start off with the very first Alola Pokemon reveal, which is of course Exeggutor, and I've only got one for this one however, and that's because the shiny form for Exeggutor fits this this form perfectly, because Alola Exeggutor is exactly the same as normal Exeggutor in its colouring, it's just got a tall neck. So really there is nothing to change here in terms of shiny, all we need is it to look like this, and it looks like a decent shiny already. I would not be angry or disappointed with this, it's really just a cut and dry case there. Then the next two revealed, of course, were Vulpix and Ninetales. For Vulpix, the shiny you can see here is a golden shiny, similar to the normal shiny, as I've said. Not as similar because of the shading, because it's a white Pokemon to begin with, but a golden colouring on it would make a lot of sense. Then we also have one likening it to the original Vulpix form, which is the fire type, so it's a red colour again. Again, this is very pale because of the white colouring, but something similar to this could work as well. And then finally, I just went for another random colour, and this was pink. Pink looks pretty good. I wouldn't complain. It fits the design quite well, because it's sort of a light, fluffy design, so pink fits quite. Having pink highlights on the hair and the fur and such works pretty well. And of course, beside that we have Ninetales. Now, of course, Ninetales normal shiny is different to so it's not golden, because normal Ninetales is golden. So the shiny for Ninetales is actually sort of a grey colour, grey silver colour with sort of the blue tips on its tails. So if we do something similar for the Alolan Ninetales, of course we just get a silvery Ninetales. But of course we can change the eyes and such to have this sort of bluey colour. But there's nothing too much to talk about there because we have no tail ends to colour or anything like that. So it's not too interesting. Likening it to the original Ninetales, however, looks pretty good in my opinion. I think that's a pretty good match there. A cream coloured fur as well as red eyes and such. That would work. I wouldn't be too complaining or too disappointed there. And then finally, I also did a purple colouring here for Ninetales. This works pretty well as well. Moving on from the pink we had with Vulpix, having a nice purpley colour. There's a bit more depth to it for Ninetales here. So that works out pretty well. And of course we have some more Ice-type Alola forms to look at, which was Sandshrew and Sandslash. First up, Sandshrew. Again, I likened it to the normal shiny and gave it a a greeny sort of colour, I don't know what to call it, covering in its ice, which looks similar to the normal shiny, but it works pretty well in my opinion. Then I also made it look very similar to the original Sandshrew, so like a brown covering, so it's just sort of 50-50 whether you like that. But then I also made it pink again, very similar to the one I did for Vulpix. This looks pretty good as well, because obviously it's an ice type, ice and pink go well together I believe, so I wouldn't be too disappointed with that. And similar for Sandslash here, we have of course the normal shiny, which was brown and red, so you can see very similar. I love this actually. I almost want this to happen. It looks exactly the same as normal Sandslash shiny, but it does look pretty cool with the ice spikes. But then of course I also made it very similar to how Sandslash originally looked, with the brown spikes and the yellow sort of skin colour, which again I like there. And I also made it pinky purple, nice purple spikes and a pink coloured body. Again, I think any of those work pretty well. Of course, don't forget, if you want to, let me know down below which of these are your favourite. But next up we'll look at Meowth, since that was the next revealed really. I looked at the normal shiny, which was sort of an orangey colour, so I likened it as best I could, and also changed the coin on top of its head to be more of an orange one, which I think looks really good. I don't think the coin usually changes colour on Meowth, but I would love it to happen here. But that looks pretty good. Of course, the normal Meowth is very similar to this, just a lighter colour, lighter sort of brown colour, cream colour, that's what I'm looking for. And again, I have changed the coin slightly here, not too much though. And then finally I looked at a purple Alolan Meowth, which I think looks really good and would fit in with the fact that it's been raised by the royal family of Alola. It fits in pretty well with sort of the dark typing and maybe the poison typing for Persian, who knows. But yeah, a purple sort of body colour, and then the pink coin as well I quite like. I really want to see a coin colour change for Meowth, since there's never been one. But then we just had Marowak revealed, because why not? Again, I likened it to the normal shiny, which was a green Normal Marowak is a green body colour, and then that's pretty much it. So I did bring green body colour, and I gave it red fire on its stick, so what to call it, on its bone. So that looks pretty decent. I wouldn't complain there. I then made it very similar to original Marowak with the brown body colour, and then again fire. Original Marowak doesn't have fire, but I thought blue fit pretty well here. And then finally I went for a blue body colour, and I had no idea what to do for the fire, so I made it green. It looks terrible, I know. I just couldn't make this work very well. If you have any suggestions for that, let me know down below. But then of course we have the last Alolan Pokemon revealed so far, which is of course Raichu. Raichu again was a very sort of annoying one to do, very hard to do, because it looks very similar to the original Raichu. But I did my best. I made it very similar to the normal shiny Raichu, which is an orangey colour basically, a very dark orange. So I made the body orange and then changed the yellow section, so a light orange, which looks alright. I wouldn't complain there. I couldn't get the eyes right, bear in mind for this Pokemon, so that's that. I made it very similar as I could to the original Raichu, which is sort of a very light yellow-orange colour for the body, and then brown sections around for the ears and such. Again, I don't like this too much, but it's all I could come up with. And then further on we have finally a blue Raichu, because it is the surfing Raichu, so blue I guess would make sense. Again, the eyes look terrible here, so just ignore them. But a dark blue body and then a light blue highlights do work pretty well in my opinion. It's a bit of a weird one. I just couldn't figure out anything decent for Raichu and Marowak. As I said, they're quite weird ones, because you don't want to make it very similar to the original Pokemon. Could get it to happen. But those are the Alolan forms we've had revealed so far, guys, and those are my not predicted shinies but speculated shinies. If you guys have any ideas on how any of these Pokemon could look, or how you want them to look in their shiny forms, let me know down below in the comment section just by suggesting some more ideas, or let me know which of the designs for each Pokemon you liked best. But for now, this is going to be it for today. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, got there in the end. But for now, this is it for me for today. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.